Salutations to Parabrahma. Om Shri Parabrahmane Namaha. Salutations to the Sarvantaryami, Sarvagna, Sarvaniyanta Ishvara. Om Ishvaraya Namaha. Salutations to all Devatas, starting from Brahmadeva, Hiranyagarbha, and Devatas of outer universe management, and also the Devatas who are managing all our faculties. Om Samasta Devatabhyo Namaha. Salutations to the primordial Guru Tattva. Salutations to the continuing of that Guru Tattva through various Guru Shishya Parampara called as Guru Parampara. And in that Parampara came our Guru, our Acharyas. Salutations to all of them. Om Shri GURUBHYO Namaha. Salutations to the thoughtful expression of the Lord in the form of eternal Shastras. Did not stop at the Veda Shruti level. Bhagavan expressed as Smriti Granthas. Bhagavan only is there as Purana. He alone is there in the form of all Itihasa. He alone is there in the form of the inspiring compositions by the Godmen. Salutations to all of them. Om Shri SHRUTI MAATRE NAMAHA. Then check in oneself. The Loka Sevaka, the Dharma Sthapaka, the Shrota, the Bhakta, the Shishya, the Jignasu, the Mumukshu, all of them put together, the Sadhaka. How much he is deep, how much he is strong, unshaky, how much he is well spread in the whole day schedule. The sadhaka in us. Become aware as much as possible. Try to water him, manure him, nurture him as many ways as it is possible. Our identity should be more of sadhaka than anything else. Before we study Upanishad, this is what will be our 2-3 minutes of discussion. Then in our Upanishadic Adhyanam, almost, we will study the last mantra of the last third chapter and may conclude our Aitareya Upanishad. Maybe one day tomorrow, if we feel, we go through the whole browsing of the entire 3 chapters in one complete class. So thus, today or tomorrow, concluding this Upanishad Aitareya, we will take up our SHWETHASWATHARA Upanishad. Ishakena Katha Prashna Mundamandokya Taittiriya Aitareya SHWETHASWATHARA Chandogya Bradaranyaka. In that way the sequence. Today's thought is simple. Giving up the world, samsara, going into jungle, exclusively meditating, though he is the highest, straight away we cannot do. Because in general in life we need many things. For the sake of that, we need the association with the people. We're talking about in the initial days, like the days now we are in of sadhana. And yet, the biggest problem is the continuous quarrel or disturbance, not with the objects more, but with the people around. Continuously will be there. And that is more than enough disturbance, distraction, removal of energy. That we can't do any of our sadhana effectively. Then what is to be done there? Two, three things. First of all is what? Increase krupa, karuna and prema as much as possible. In which we express the forgiveness, we express the seva, we express all our bounden duties. This is first thing positive we have to do. It is a lack of krupa, karuna, seva, bhava that we become ego and selfish and all that things. Second important is as much as possible by being independent in the things required for us. Reduce the dependency on people because our dependency makes us slave, pulls us under obligation. Then we'll be commanded, suppressed, demanded. So much way our personalities enslaved by the beings around. You can't be without the people. Therefore, you can't make it zero, but we can make them minimum. More higher than that is not only not depending on them, the people, but ourselves also, if we can free from all these wants, again dependencies on, let us say, the comforts or the bhoga, that gives freedom within us also, which is very tough because we are not only slave to the people around, victims, we are continuous victims of our sharira, mana, prana, indriya, buddhi. Yaha because of the desires, dependencies on so many things, notional dependencies, that we become slave to the faculties. यहाँ भी वही करना है, recognizing the independence and in the world with people also without telling them. When we reduce our dependencies on them, then the slavery is reduced. Obligations and all of them get reduced. To that extent, the inner suppressions or feelings that we are suppressed by them or ourselves coming under obligation, they get reduced. Then, as the first point said, with selfless love and compassion and concern, we should be able to command them, isn't it? And at that time, thoda strong होना पड़ता है, inside and outside. Spiritually देखा जाए, नेकी कर कुएं में डाल. That is true. Do good and forget. But when we have to defend ourselves, inner personality, keep it ready, fit for the sadhana with the people around. When we are not expecting anything, we only are giving. It is not arrogance, but it is a self confidence with which become strong to command them. Command them not to serve, not to take any help from them, but command to see that they don't disturb our convictions, our spiritual sadhanas. Otherwise, we ourselves are slaves inside with so many objects, vasanas. Therefore, we need them and then we depend on people. And because we get them things from them, they dominate us, they sit on our head, they command us, and our ego doesn't accept it. Then Nirantara, a split personality, a quarrel continuously happens in us. So these are the few things when we consciously fully take care to a sufficient or good extent. These inner agitations, frustrations, and outer quarrels and disturbances they get reduced. Finally, we have to find our inner personality, always calm, quiet, composed, available for us, for its using for our variety of spiritual sadhanas, doing them effectively. Mind you, even if we by some chance get freedom from the people, that they are kind enough, composed, they are very magnanimous and matured, that they themselves leave us in the sense, don't trouble bother us. Still, our own senses, body, mind, they are also sufficient enemies to weaken us, to distract us, to not allow us to do sadhana. Therefore, here also important. Like कोई बंदा सब छोड़ के कोई आश्रम में गया हो या कोई गुफा, doesn't mean that he got freedom now. There also is prakriti, the vasanas, the sharira, its demands and its problems, indriyas, their demands, mana, its entire pus which is created from thousands of lives, it starts oozing at that time, creating such a tension that it pulls us into the samsara and makes a victorious laugh कि मैंने तुमको हरा दिया अब आजा संसार में रहो never talk about sadhana again not only this life for next 20,000 lives. This is how the mind works. Why people again and again return back to worldliness even though they have chosen to be spiritual? This devil called mind. Then we have anyway sufficient vasanas to every moment pull us to the worldliness. That is why in Yoga Vasishta Visa, through the Tattva Pratibodha by Vasana Akshaya, when the Chittavarti Nirodha is done, Kaivalya Moksha Prapti. Same Yoga Darshana we are doing same everywhere. So the two aspects are managing our own Swabhava Prakriti, which is more tougher, and to attend to that sacred important work, we have to manage around the world also. Isn't it? Not only the members at home, but wherever we go with any of the human beings, we have to meet. The probability of the problem remains same of dependencies, misunderstandings, arrogances. Remember, in this world, in present world, everybody is selfish, everybody is egoistic. Very less are those who are having the magnanimity, maturity to have concern for others. नहीं है बहुत कम. वो तो फिर उसके लिए कोई साधु संत के हृदय होना चाहिए. Accepting this fact for one's own safety, propitiate others' little ego. Propitiate others by doing what duty you have to do. Then get away. Like when you go to a shop, there's a shopkeeper, he has got his own ego. So respectfully talk to him, Gigi karo, what objects you want to buy, pay money, come back. You may be officer, you may karodpati. Don't show rubab, you कहते हैं ना, on that. Create chaos. Today's my morning thought in the meditation was, with nobody in the world, by extra or unnecessary behavior, we should create any, what is a bandhana of Shatru or Mitra, that Again in some life we have to meet to clear this account. जरूरत नहीं होना चाहिए. So pure, immaculate, non-creating vasana impressions should be our interaction with everyone. It should be the exhaustion of the past prarabdha. It is the present duty and any of the mutual help to be done. इतना ही करना है. फ्यूचर के लिए कोई बंदे से हमें नहीं जुड़ना. फंसते रहेंगे. अब किससे क्या जुड़ना है? हमारा नाता अब ओनली विथ गॉड, isn't it? That's why even in the earlier thought, the more through prayers we depend on the Lord for whatever we need, that is better obligation to be with that obligation is better with God, not with the people. तो हमें पाना भी भगवान को ही, हमको कुछ मिलना भी भगवान से. जो मिल रहा है हमको, even that also is coming from God. So our friendship, our devotion is more to Him. With the world, जितना minimum. हाँ, as we said in the beginning one, we have obligation, we are sadhakas, we are doing our sadhana of selfless love, selfless service, etc. उसके लिए we can use everybody around. Not for our selfishness, not for our ego, not for, head-on collisions and creating the disturbance in mind. Carried it for days, months together, and with the japamala in the hand, not even one name we can take. With sitting in the class, not one sentence we can listen. With any of the sadhana we want to do, only that person, that quarrel, that ego, that clash, that situation alone is disturbing. Very pathetic. साधक को ना इन सब के पार जाना ही पड़ता है, मेहनत करना है, sacrifice करनी है बहुत सारा, but no other option. So the idea is what? By reducing requirements or the needs, free from the slavery of bodies. In the same process, free from the slavery and obligation of the world. Yet, for the minimum things required, we have no way than to depend on the world. At that time, be reciprocative. More than that, have the love, bhava, concern of seva, kshama, etc. to the world. At the same time, don't lose the freedom to the people. Be just strong to command whoever they are. After all, your life is your life. What? How come it comes? Depending on Paramatma more and more. He is the giver of everything to me. To ask Him. The more we depend on Him, the slavery on the world gets reduced. Why we are at home obliged and all? Because we depend so much, not only for gross things, but the very many say, mental, mind related things. The emotional cushioning, the support, so many. वो तो गृहस्थ आश्रम में तो जरूरी है ही. What we are saying is, it should not go beyond limit that your sadhana is disturbed. ऐसा नहीं करे. Therefore, idea is what? You can't fight and give everything and go into ashram and all. फिर वहां भी किसी पे डिपेंड होना पड़ता है. तो जहाँ है वही प्रभु कृपा से सब ठीक होगा करके, always in spiritual sadhana we have to succeed in front of God, in front of Guru, everybody in the world. Stoop we have to conquer. We can't be arrogant and conquer. Nowhere the ego works, first of all. Especially once we are sadhaka, yes, with the world, namaskar, but don't become doormat. Don't be allowing them to command so much that you can't do anything. Gambhirata maintain karna. When our demands are less, then we did not apply. Our demand also, more than the gross objects, it is little subtler. That they should recognize my presence, they should value my likes, dislikes, they should value my individuality, ego. घरों में लड़ाइयों का ये कारण होता है ना. That's why whether it is in the house or in the world or in front of God, by doing the best things, we have to command what we demand from them. not by demanding without deserving. People will not. They have to accept I am great. Then only they respect me. I am useless, good for nothing, with all negatives and addictions. And because of one reason, that I'm a husband or a wife or a mother or father or a son, I demand the respect from others. Oh, hota hi nahi wo. In fact, more and more naked and good things we do, even for that also we don't expect any recognition. That is spiritual. Even if that much is not at a lower level, even if we expect others to respect, what have we done? Question that. Focus on that. Then you can demand from them. देखो मैंने ये किया तुम्हारा. Even then people will not accept. They say किसने कहा तुमको? People are so arrogantly, crookedly, stupidly intelligent nowadays. You say them, 20 साल मैंने तुमको पाला पोसा बड़ा किया. The stupid says, क्या किया? और कहीं पैदा होता मैं, इससे अच्छा मेरा देखभाल होता. This arrogant answer he will give. He will not give कि yes papa or mother, you took care of me 20 years. Throughout life I am indebted to you. ऐसा नहीं कहेंगे आज. वो ऐसे ही कहेगा कि यहाँ पैदा होने के कारण इतना दुखी हूँ मैं, और कहीं होता तो और बढ़िया होता. Because arrogance people today, like that everywhere. The boss says, if you are not there, I get a better employee. These fellow also say, I have a better companies to go. And the guru says, if not you, there are many, many shishyas. Shishya says, अरे कितने बाल है सर, उतने गुरु है आजकल. Isn't it? I will go to any guru. Very funny world nowadays. So the total thought is mind should be always kept deeply, genuinely in a good mood conducive for sadhana. The two problems come are with our own personality layers and with the people around. How to negotiate? That was the discussion. Dependency को कम करें. Therefore, the obligations and all we will not come under. Still, we have to be with the world. Therefore, be a giver more than the receiver, along with forgiver. Thirdly, depend on the Lord for whatever is required. Fourth, maintain dignity, personality, distance in such a way that we are able to command, not to trouble them or suppress them. Command in such a manner they don't disturb our sadhana. हमारा लोग से कमांड इतना ही होना है, हमारे सत मार्ग में हम जा रहे हैं तो हमको कोई डिस्टर्ब ना करे. दैट्स इट. अदरवाइज इन एवरी बीइंग देयर इज गॉड ओनली. हमको तो भगवान को देखना है. हाउ कैन यू कमांड द गॉड? बट इन द व्यवहार द मीनिंग इज दिस. In this way, remember the spiritual life, especially staying in today's world, in the Grahastha Ashrama, with our own body, minds, demands, is such a tough war. It is like Russia-Ukraine war. It is Israel-Philistine. Never ends. It's like Iran-Iraq war only. It is the enmity India, Pakistan, India, China. वो खत्म ही नहीं होता बाबा, लंबा खींचता आ रहता, एक के बाद एक, एक के बाद एक. दैट इज वाई जिस दिन का उस दिन solve the problem, do the committed sadhana. This way, few lives when we do, we get command over our life and sadhana. Then the sadhana becomes more deeper and to goal oriented. That starts giving us the results. May God bless us in the clear understanding of all this. Om, Om, Om. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsharashibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhya. Om Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam Vishaje Bhavaroginam गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ करुणावरुणालय पालय मां भवसागरदुःखविदूनहृदं रचयाखिलदर्शनतत्त्वविदं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्। ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्री ऐतरेय उपनिषदः आचार्येभ्यो नमः। श्री वेदव्यास महर्षये नमः। श्री ऐतरेय महर्षये नमः। श्री आद्यशंकर महर्षये अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव अनुभवसिद्ध्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति द्वारा विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति शांति एकता कल्याण पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थं ये भक्त साधकाः अस्माकं सह गुरवः आचार्याः संस्थाः आश्रमाः सेवकाः शिष्याः अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये कंकणबद्धनिष्ठिताः तेषां सर्वेषां पूर्णायुरारोग्यैश्वर्यादि प्राप्ति द्वारा बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न निर्मूलन द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये दिग्विजयार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणां पारायण अध्ययन मध्ये श्री ऋग्वेदांतर्गत ऐतरेयोपनिषद पारायणम आदिशंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थम वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम मनस्तापतमशान्त्यै यस्य पादनखच्छटा शरदिन्दुनिभा भाति तं वन्दे नीलचिन्मणिम्। ओम अथ ऋग्वेदान्तर्गत ऐतरेयोपनिषत् शान्तिमन्त्रः। ओम वाङ् मे मनसि प्रतिष्ठिता मनो मे वाचि प्रतिष्ठितम् आविराविर्म एधि वेदस्य म आणीस्तः श्रुतं मे मा प्रहासीः अनेनाधीतेनाहोरात्रान् सन्दधामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवत्ववतु मामवतु वक्तारम् अवतु वक्तारम्। ओम शांति शांति शांति। पारायणम् अथ तृतीयोऽध्यायः। ओम कोऽयमात्मेति वयमुपास्महे कतरः स आत्मा येन वा पश्यति येन वा शृणोति येन वा गन्धानाजिघ्रति येन वा वाचं व्याकरोति येन वा स्वादु च विजानाति यदेतत् हृदयं मनः च एतत् संज्ञानमाज्ञानं विज्ञानं प्रज्ञानं मेधा दृष्टिः धृतिः मतिः मनीषा ज्योतिः स्मृतिः संकल्पः क्रतुः असुः कामः वशः इति सर्वाणि एव एतानि प्रज्ञानस्य नामधेयानि भवन्ति। एष ब्रह्मा एष इन्द्रः एष प्रजापतिरेते सर्वे देवाः इमानि च पञ्चमहाभूतानि पृथ्वी वायुः आकाशः आपः ज्योतिंषिति एतानि इमानि च क्षुद्रमिश्राणि इव बीजानि इतराणि च अण्डजानि च जारुजानि च स्वेदजानि च उद्भिजानि च अश्वा गावः पुरुषा हस्तिनः यत्किञ्च इदं प्राणिजङ्गमं च पतत्रिच यच्च स्थावरं सर्वं तत्प्रज्ञानेत्रं प्रज्ञाने प्रतिष्ठितं प्रज्ञानेत्रो लोकः प्रज्ञाप्रतिष्ठा प्रज्ञानं ब्रह्म स एतेन प्रज्ञेन आत्मना अस्माद् लोकादुत्क्रम्य अमुष्मिन् स्वर्गे लोके सर्वान् कामान् आप्त्वा अमृतः समभवदित्योम। Friends, last third chapter, last mantra. Till that last mantra, fourth, which we are studying to conclude today, what was seen as summary in this particular first three mantras? The discussion inquiry of these Adhunatana Vairagins, Jignasus, Mumukshus, Sadhakasis, all pervasiveness of Brahman, yet conditional expression. These conditional expression in other Upanishads are Purana Itihasa said as Paramatma and his Maya. With his Maya Shakti, he alone is expressing as so many. Same thing said here also. And all Indriyas are said to be Mana. All Mana Vrittis are mentioned. All the Mana Vrittis are Prajnanasya Namadeyani Bhavanti, it is said. Then later on, the list of inter beings from Brahma Deva up to the Stavara, list of all of them is said, and about that what is said, they are all Prajna Netre, Netra Bhavati, Prajna Pratishta. Okay. Prajna Netra means they all are led by existing because of the pure Prajna only. But at that time, the Prajna is conditional in as much as it is illuminating them or enlivening them or expressing as them. Point one. Point two, therefore, everything, nothing in the world can exist without this prajna. That's why prajna pratishtitam. Prajna netram, prajna pratishtitam. They are led by in their existence survival by the prajna. Therefore, they are established because of prajna. So, the electricity is the prajna neta, prajna pratishta for all equipments. But still, that electricity which is as prajna neta or pratishta is making the electrical equipments function, is not the Atman with which we have to identify for the moksha. Then what? Divide of all these functionings of it, expressing through all faculties. Then what remains? The pure, immaculate, nirmala prajna. That's called as prajnanam. That's it. That prajnana in other Upanishads called as Satyava Jnanam Anantam Ityadi, but common name given is Brahma. Therefore, Prajnanam is the Brahman, that Brahma Rupi Prajnana, Prajnana Rupi Brahman is the Atman with which we have to identify for our own moksha. This is what is the conclusion they have come to. So tadeva ekam sarva upadi bheda bhinnam sarvai pranivihi tarkikahi cha sarva prakarena jnayate vikalpyate cha anekatha. So having said that, in the consequent subsequent slokas, just to make the subject more clear, that pure prajnanam brahma alone with atyanta shuddha sattva is called as sarvagna sarvantaryami sarvaniyanta ishvara. That prajnanam brahma alone. When this Maya Shakti of that Ishvara becomes subtly manifest, the Prajnana Brahma alone through that is called as Hiranyagarbha. Then when that Bhagavan's Maya Shakti alone expresses as the infinite entire gross world, with that same Prajnanetram Paramatma alone is called as the Virat Purusha. Then from the Virat Purusha all Devata Rupas came out. It's the Prajnanetram only which is expressing as all those Agni, Vayu, Indradi, Devata. Finally, from the Brahmadeva up to Stavara, individual level. अभी तक क्या ना total बात कर रहे थे. Individual level with whatever individual upadhis. Okay, some expressions we see, all of them are the Pragnana Brahma only. So, like a scorpion walking there. So, the Pragnanam in the scorpion is there because of which that is existing. A snake we see, a tiger we see, a lion we see, whichever are seen, which was said in the first two mantras, Ashvaha, Gavaha, Yat Kincha Idam Prani Jangamam Tat Sarvam Patatricha. Same thing here, concludingly repeated. That's why this was the thought. कि तद अत्यंत विशुद्ध प्रज्ञा उपाधि संबंधेन सर्वज्ञम ईश्वरम सर्वसाधारण अव्याकृत जगत बीज प्रवर्तकम नियंतृत्वाद अंतर्यामी संज्ञम भवति. He is niyanta, he is antaryami, he is the Ishvara, he is sarvasatharana avyakruta jagat bija pravartakam. Jagat bija, please remember, Hiranyagarbha. एंड हिरण्यगर्भ का भी बीज है, उसको कहते हैं जगत बीज प्रवर्तकम. He is called as the Ishvara, who is said as, because he is a pravartaka of everything, he is niyanta. And how he does the niyamanam? By being antaryami. So अंतर्यामी बनकर नियंता के रूप में सारे जगत का बीज का प्रवर्तक है. दिस ईश्वरा हु इज सर्वज्ञ, हु इज एक्सप्रेशन ऑफ प्रज्ञानम ब्रह्म थ्रू शुद्ध सत्वोपाधि, अत्यंत विशुद्ध प्रज्ञा उपाधि संबंध, अत्यंत विशुद्ध प्रज्ञा उपाधि संबंध. Then the next one is what? तदेव व्याकृत जगत बीज भूत बुद्धि आत्मा अभिमान लक्षणात् हिरण्यगर्भ संज्ञम भवति. He alone is called with the subtly manifest totality सूक्ष्म शरीर as हिरण्यगर्भ. तदेव अंतरंडोद्भूत प्रथम शरीर उपाधि मत विराट प्रजापति संज्ञम भवति. He alone with this gross manifest total world called as विराट. तत् उद्भूत अग्नि आदि उपाधि मत देवता संज्ञम भवति. And he alone becomes the devatas. Because when that Virat Purusha is totality में same Pragnanam Brahma hai, so from the Virat Purusha the devatas come. They also have to be the expression of that Pragnanam Brahma alone. Thereafter, Tatha, last one was Vishesha Sharira Upadishu Api. In the specified individualized Sharira named Upadhis also. The range of what? The range from Brahmadi Stamba Paryantesh. From the Brahmadeva up to the Stamba, the small one cell organism, Tat Tat Nama Rupa Labha Brahmanaha. All of them are Brahman alone expressing that way. So Pragnana se Namadhyani Bhavanti jo kaha, even all of them are on him only, the Rupa Nama projection. Tadeva ekam sarva upadhi bheda bhinnam, that one Parabrahma alone, which is appearing to be bhinna because of upadhi bheda, sarvaihi pranivihi, by all the people, common people who have not studied the Vedanta and Upanishads, Tarkikahi cha, the Shastra authority-less logicians, by them sarva prakarena jnayate vikalpyate cha anekada. है ना? By them it is seen in that so many different manner, and then they differentiate it, they accept the differences also. But the one who studied this Upanishad, he has transcended all those upadhis and he is seeing one Pragnanam Brahma in everyone. That is why quotation. Etam eke vadanti agnim. Somebody call him as Agni. Manum anye. Somebody talk him to be the Manu. Then Prajapatim. Somebody calls him as Prajapati. Indram eke. Somebody call him as Indra. Apare Pranam. Some others say he is the Prana. And Apare Brahma Shashvatam. Some call him as the eternal Shashvata Brahma. So, how can he be Shashrata Brahma and he himself is Indra Adi? Because through Upadhi, he himself is called as Indra Adi. Because nothing can exist without him. In this way, Prajnanam Brahma alone is everything, yet that pure Prajnanam Brahma, devoid of all these expressions, is our goal to identify with, in which alone there is moksha to us from all upadhis, whether they are small or bigger, whether they are finite or infinite, with full Shakti or less Shakti, दोनों उपाधि आई है. From all those उपाधि बंधना, one gets liberated. मोर व्यवहारिक दृष्टि में देखा जाए, एंटायर संसार बंधन of the राग द्वेष काम क्रोध आदि और भय इत्यादि, all of them will last till we are identified with any of the upadhi, whether it is chota or bada. If we want to be free from all, nirupadika prajnana brahma tadatma is the only way. We have to be fixed in this thought compartment. बस इस विषय में फिक्स हो जाना है दिमाग. That's what is the घोष of all Veda Vedanta. न कर्मणा न प्रजया धनेन न त्यागेन एके अमृतत्वमानश. और स आत्मा सविज्ञेय. Every Upanishad talks about that ultimate truth alone, when we identify with, gives us moksha. Other than that, you may become the Brahmadeva, Indradeva, Rudradeva, कुछ भी बनाओ, वो सब limited. उसी में रह गए तो. But all of them are basically, they know they are Brahman, therefore they are not bound or in samsara. They have their own special individual identity as self. Then the Vyavahara mein, each of them are playing the role. Therefore, playing the role is not samsara. Taking it seriously makes it samsara. They take the Brahma Tattva only seriously. See, yesterday we saw while saluting Valmiki ji, yesterday or day before. Interesting. वाल्मीकि जी और राम जी दोनों. राम जी का एक्चुअली सैल्यूटेशन है वो. What he said, he himself is inside the Vasishta ji, not Valmiki, Vasishta. He himself is inside Vasishta as the Brahman and Antaryami and Preraka. And outside Vasishta, he himself is there as the Shishya and listening. है कि नहीं? वशिष्ठ रूप में वही बोल रहे हैं, राम जी के रूप में बाहर वही बैठकर सुन रहे. Vasishta ji also knows he is the Brahman, Rama is Brahman, but he is playing the play of the Guru, doing the job of teaching to him. Both of them are in that Brahmanubhuti. But the फायदा of that interaction is दिखावे के लिए, व्यवहार के लिए, राम जी के लिए, सब लोगों के लिए है वहाँ के. But the फायदा of that is to all of us who are going to study that Shastra later on. Nowadays, Gita, Ramayana, 2-3 texts are famous. But doesn't mean always these texts only become well known, famous in the world. No. World in India. There are times where Vedas were important. There are times where Puranas become. There are times where Bharata, Ramayana. See that years of 1980 to 90, those 10 years, how much the whole country was shaken with this Rama fervor as well as the Bhagavad Mahabharata fervor. रामायण और महाभारत सीरियल के कारण पूरा देश रामायण महाभारत में हुआ था कि नहीं? We have all seen it. So there may time come where Yoga Vasishta Adhyatma Ramayana become famous to give moksha. So for that time, those people, the interaction. But as regard Rama Vasishta concerned, they played a play. That's it. Otherwise, Rama knows he is Brahman, Vasishta Brahman. Vasishta knows he is Brahman, Rama is Brahman. They are not bound, they are not obliged. They did this work, as we said, for the posterity or future. Now, with this, we do this third mantra over. Let us chant the fourth and last mantra. Sarveshwara Om Atha Chaturtho Mantra. Here, the immortality gained by the Atmaveta, the one who discovers oneness with that Pragnanam Brahma, he is immortal. That's what is conveyed. Saha etena pragnena atmana अस्मात् लोकात् उत्क्रम्य अमुष्मिन् स्वर्गे लोके सर्वान् कामान् आप्त्वा अमृतः समभवतो अगेन सः एतेन प्रज्ञेन आत्मना अस्मात् लोकात् उत्क्रम्य अमुष्मिन् स्वर्गे लोके सर्वान् कामान् आप्त्वा अमृतः समभवतो अगेन सह एतेन प्रज्ञेन आत्मना अस्माद् लोकाद् उत्क्रम्य अमुष्मिन् स्वर्गे लोके सर्वान् कामान् आप्त्वा अमृतः समभवतो. Literal meaning with Bhashya. Literal meaning is Saha. Saha is that Vamadeva. They are talking, yes, Vamadev ji ne inke is Atma se identify karke he became Amrita. Obviously, we also will do the same. So they are talking about Vamadeva, or Shruti Mata is talking about those Adhunatana Jignasus. It can be about any realized person. Saha, universal pronoun. Saha, he, etena pragnena atmana, by identifying himself with that Pragnanam Brahma Atma. Pure Pragnanam Brahma Atma. Not conditioned. Even the conditioning of illuminating anything. वो बाद में फिर. For the moksha we are talking now. Before operation, the preparations are different. Post-operative cares are different. So too, before moksha, pure prajna atma tadatmya. Then moksha ho gaya. After that, then through all upadhis, functioning may happen, but it will not bind. Because the reality is experienced, the reality is known. Reality we are established in. Seated in the car, if you have put the belt properly and all, then you enjoy ride. You can't be somewhere in the car seated पीछे दाएं बाएं bonnet पे and drive the car. वो एक्सीडेंट होता है. बैठ गए अब चला, तो बैठ गए प्रज्ञानम ब्रह्म में, अब चलेगा. Anything or everything without any consequence. It's only a play. So saha etena pragnena atmana. Etena pragnena atmana, bracket में, by identifying with this prajnana atma. Here he said atma, main mantra में ब्रह्म कहा, ब्रह्म आत्मा एक ही है. तो सहा etena pragnena atmana means once he has realized that atman to be the prajnana brahma or prajnana brahma to be the real atman, then asmad lokat utkramya. This version comes in all Upanishads in this way only. He rises above this familiar loka or the world in which the samsari, the jiva, the ajnanis are there. Asmad lokat utkramya. This utkramya I said here in Aitareya said as upasankramati. Same meaning. Annamayam atmanam upasankramya. Here it is utkramya. अस्माद लोकाद उत्क्रम्य. See, the Shruti Mata tease कर रही है श्रोता को, जिज्ञासु को, by using such words and testing us whether we got it or not. Asmat lokad utkramya means, is it what? Ki we die? That's the meaning generally take, no? Utkraman matlab utkramati. छोड़ के चला गया, मर गया. उत्क्रामंतम स्थितम वापि. So therefore, the Lokika meaning for the Utkramanam is Marna. We are tested by Shruti Mata with this sentence, asking us, what do you understand? Here Utkramanam means dying or detaching. Therefore, the Utkramana is not death too. After death, anyway, we become Vidya Mukta. Ab to Jivan Mukti ke baad Vidya Mukti, na? So therefore, Asmad Lokad Utkramya means the familiar life of identifying with the upadhis is transcended. Vyavahara is not given up. Sharira is not left and we don't die. कि realize हो गया प्रज्ञानम ब्रह्म it was मर गया. Therefore अस्मात् लोकात् उत्क्रम्य का डरावना बात क्या है कि ये मर जाएगा, बट अर्थ वो नहीं है. द मीनिंग इज he rises above his familiar life of earlier life जो ignorant के level में था, identifying with the upadhis, he goes beyond that utkram. One sentence is done. Asmad lokat utkramya. Second, amushmin swarge loke. Now he will enter into that swarga loka. Now again, teasing by the Shruti Maharaj. Swarga loka, which is swarga? The Indradi wala swarga, Sukha Bhog wala swarga. Because we are all familiar, swarga means wahi hai. Test is given to us. No, though the word used is swarga, you should not understand it as swarga literally. Because itna mehnat karke going to that swarga again, from where we are thrown back, Kshine Punya Marte Lokamishanti. Therefore, a swarga word is swaha and gaha. Means swasmin gamana loka is swarga loka. Here swarga loka is swaloka. Swaloka is atma loka, brahma loka, parabrahma loka, not brahma devas. Therefore, Swarge Loke word used kiya Shruti Mata to tease us. How do we understand it as? Do you mean to that Swarga Loka? No. It is Swarga Swasmin Gamanam Atma Loka. Okay, do baat. Okay, now third is very interesting. This has come in Aitareya, very exhaustive. Sarvan Kaman Aptva. That means his desires of Bangla, Gadi, Ghoda, Gada, all of that fulfilled. Because literal meaning looks like that only. Sarvan Kaman Aptva. Isn't it? How do you understand, my dear student of Upanishads? Sarvan Kaman Aptva means all which he was missing to enjoy the objects of the world here and hereafter. ये सारे उनके सामने रखे जाते, like Yamataraj put in front of Nachiketa. Or Lord Krishna blessed Sudama. Is it like that? If that's what we understand, then we are gone. Here Sarvan Kaman Aptva means in the Anubhuti of the Atma, the Ananda is so much that it includes the Ananda obtained by the fulfillment of all kamanas or desires or indulgences in the objects. This is what here we take the help of Aitareya. Sahoshnute sarvan kaman saha. है ना ब्रह्मविदाप्नोति वरम तदेशाभ्युक्ता सत्यम ज्ञानम अनंतम ब्रह्म यो वेद नीतम गुहायां परमे व्योमन सह अश्नुते सर्वान् कामान् सह ब्रह्मणा विपश्चिता. All the ananda of all past, present, future with all faculties, when you involve in all objects, what ananda comes, that is there in Brahmananda. Same Upanishad in the Ananda Mimamsa also we saw how even the Brahmadeva Ananda is only a sprinkle of water compared to the Brahmananda. So to give the infiniteness, to give the endlessness, modificationlessness, effortlessness, this word is used. Sarvan Kamana Aptva. सारे कामनाएं पूर्ण जाएंगे मतलब in the Ananda of the Brahman, it is infinite. It is never reducing. Its quality never gets reduced, nor it is conditional, nor it is effortful. Till reaching there, there is effort. Once you reach it, it is me. There is no effort required. I need effort to achieve something which is other than me. I need effort to go somewhere other than me to some distance in time. But to reach me, to obtain me, to be one with me, no effort required to travel in time or in place or put any efforts. Efforts in effortless bliss. Effortless bliss, unconditional bliss, infinite bliss, never ending bliss, never modifying bliss. To convey these things about the Pragnanam Brahma, Sarvana Kaman Aptva is what is given. Again, the last puzzle. What is that? Amritaha samabhavat. He has become Amrita. Is that Amrita like the Indradi who drank the Amrita? No, again. The Amrita Suddha Sat Chit Pragnanam Brahma is there, no? They have become that. The Amritattva is not the immortality of physical body, etc. by drinking this Amrita, etc. The churning of the ocean says जो निकला, not that Amrita. Here Amrita is the pure Shuddha Satchit Paramatma, which is eternal, immutable, birthless, changeless, old ageless, deathless. Therefore, it's called Amrita. And only then the Amritattva happens. Everywhere else there is Murti. When there is a Murti, there is always Bhaya and Dukkha. अब इतना कमा के हम शरीर छोड़ के जाते हैं मृति, क्या फायदा फिर इन सब का? Another thing is, only one fear taunts us all the time is the fear of death. Fear of death because of various reasons again. Fear of unknown attachment of things and beings. All bhoga is not enjoyed. For all these reasons, powerful fear of death. He will conquer it because he will discover himself to be the Amrita Atma Tattva. So, this Vamadevaji and any of the such rishis having identified with this Pragnana Brahma as their own Atma, they have gone beyond this familiar life of Upadita Adatmika Samsara and they reached the Swargaloka, that is their own Atmaloka, in which they have the bliss of fulfillment of all the desires, and in that seated they are Amrita Sabhavat. Permanently they are there. जैसे सिनेमा खत्म होते ही वो शुभम बोर्ड देते, इसका अर्थ क्या हुआ? देर आफ्टर द वाइफ एंड हस्बैंड फैमिली हैप्पीली लिव्ड इटर्नल. हियर आल्सो समभवत, अमृतः समभवत, समभवत इति. In this way, mantra meaning we have seen. Same thing, Bhashyakara, what he says, let us see and conclude today. Saha Vamadevaha. I am reading Bhashya. That Vamadevaji, Anyova, any other person also not listed in the list. Please remember, any list is not complete. All Purana Itihasa, not complete. They are complete to give us moksha. But many can come up. So in the list, the some Rishi's name is given. Good, but doesn't mean the Rishi's list is complete. Like these people are selected for, these are that Padma Award. Doesn't mean they are not people who are more greater than them. But the limitation of awards to be given and they are recommended or recognized. Many deserve it. अब एक स्टेट को कहते तुम 3 को रिकमेंड करो इस फील्ड में, तुम 2 को इस रिकमेंड, then that state will propose those names. But doesn't mean they are limited. जैसे भारत रत्न दूसरे बेकार है क्या? Everybody is रत्न only. Same way, Vamadevaha, others also. Saha Vamadevaha, Anyahava, or any other body of the past or present or future. Evam Yathoktam Brahma Veda. In this way, through analysis, discrimination, separate the pure Brahma from the expressed Brahman and then identify with the pure Brahman, whoever they are. Yathoktam Brahma Veda. Pragnena Atmana. As a Pragna Atma, Pragnanam Brahma ke roop mein, whoever knows it. Yena eva Pragnena Atmana Purve Viddhamsa Amrita Bhuvan. The Purva Viddhamsas, by knowing which Brahman they became Amrita, Tatha Ayamapi. Even the Vamadeva and others also have become Amrita because earlier people identified with the Pragnanam Brahma, got moksha, Amritatva, even Vamadeva also. So Vamadeva also was in contemplation. पेट में उन्होंने सोचा ना, देवताओं को देखा, they are all born and dying like me, therefore he doesn't want to be in the life of birth and death. Birth and death happens with the upadhi tadatmya. So he just broke out as a shena, the chains of the upadhi, and came out. Shene व जरसा निरदीयम का अर्थ वही है. Not only sthula sharira, but sthula sukshma karana sharira, along with all vasanas, is a chain which binds us. We are seeing this topic in the evening Adhyatmanam Yoga Vashta Maharamayana. Very exhaustively, this topic will come 100 times. From those chains, Vamadeva broke out. He has inspiration from the earlier people, earlier rishis. These people took Vamadevaji as the example, and they also got same experience. So, कि पूर्वे विद्वांस अमृता भवन तथा अयमपि विद्वान. These people also एतेन एव प्रज्ञेन आत्मना, with this प्रज्ञानात्मा identification अस्माद् लोकाद् उत्क्रम्य इत्यादि पूर्ववत् व्याख्यातम्. This अस्माद् लोकाद् उत्क्रम्य इत्यादि same sentences with detailed bhashyam came in the first adhyaya, second khanda, in the sixth shloka. Our Bhagavan says, you refer that one. इत्यादि व्याख्यातम. So अस्माद् लोकाद् उत्क्रम्य अमुष्मिन् स्वर्गे लोके सर्वान् कामान् आप्त्वा अमृतः समभवत् इति ओम इति. So having gone beyond this familiar world of upadhi and samsara, he identifying with Brahman experiences the amrtatva and gets established in it. Never to come down, come back again. Yad gatva nanivartante taddhamu paramam mama. So Vamadevaji, before Vamadevaji and after Vamadevaji, all these Adhanatana Jignasus, everyone studying this Shastra, Upanishad, having understood the pure Pragnatma, and the Pragnatma only expressing as so many ways, by withdrawing their identity from all of them and by identifying with this pure Pragnana Brahma, every one of them first gone beyond the limitation of the upadhis. Second, had the bliss of everything. When we involve what amount of happiness comes, they got it. Third one is what? They became immortal. Fourth is established in that immortality. So asmad lokat pretya means dukkha nivrutti. Because when we identify the upadhi, even Brahmadeva has a dukkha on his day of retirement. Indra also will be dukhi, yaar, अभी retire हो रहा, मेरे को नमस्कार नहीं करेगा. How much our army general officer है ना, लेफ्टिनेंट जनरल जनरल ऑल रिटायर होएंगे, उसके बाद nobody will do that much respect. होगा, एक्स हो जाएंगे बस. So even they have the fear. So having gone beyond asmad lokat means all these fears, limitations are gone. Sarvan kaman apta means infinite bliss is gained. Amrita samabhavat means immortality he is established in, and it continues. Asmad lokad utkramya means gone beyond all limitations. Amushmin swargoloke sarvan kaman aptva, by being the self, the bliss of self being infinite, in that the bliss of fulfillment of all desires is included. Finally, Amrita Samabhavat, that state of being is eternal, immutable. Therefore, it is Amrita Marana Rahita. Samabhavat iti. So, second time again saying is iti Om. Just to say, Upanishad is over. So, iti श्रीमद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य गोविंद भगवत पूज्य पाद शिष्य श्रीमद शंकर भगवत कृतौ ऐतरेय उपनिषद भाष्ये तृतीय अध्याये प्रथम खंडः समाप्तः. उपनिषद क्रमेण तृतीयः, आरण्यक क्रमेण षष्ठः अध्यायः समाप्तः. ओम तत्सत्. ओम वांग मे मनसि प्रतिष्ठिता मनो मे वाचि प्रतिष्ठितम् आविराविर्म एधि वेदस्य आणेस्त श्रुतं मे मा प्रहासीः अनेनाधीते नाहोरात्रान् संददामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवत्वतु मामवतु वक्तारमवतु वक्तारम्. ओम शांति शांति शांतिः. ओम आत्मा वा इदमेकमेवाग्रे आसीत् नान्यत् किंचन मिषतु. So friends, tomorrow one more day we'll have this class where without explaining only parayana of the entire 20 minutes it will take. initial Sambandha Bhashya I will do. Parayana, explanation will be very tough. It is very technical, very sublime. It is very mind blowing. It that capacity right now we don't have. Need also not there for going into so many details. Not now, but essence I'll tell. What is the meaning of this Pura Pakshi's proposal? What is the Siddhanti's answer? Thoda little words I will do, but the Parayana of the all 8-9 pages in the Sambandha Bhashya before the Upanishad started, which we kept postponing. That I will do. Then in the remaining given 20-30 minutes, all the 3 chapters we just browse through without chanting the mantras. We browse through, or maybe browse through and as a conclusion we may chant the entire Upanishad. छोटा ही है पूरा मिला के कितने मंत्र हैं 4 in this 4 in the above 6 and 11 30 mantras are there 10 मिनट में हो जाएगा and then we will make a samapana of this Upanishad tomorrow. ठीक है जी. Then day after only श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषद with भाष्य गीता प्रेस में होगा हिंदी में तो है ही तेलुगु I don't know. Get it, be ready. We start the study day after itself. That will be our program. Om 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 Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamaadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Parabrahmane Parabrahmane Shruti MAATRE Namaha Samasta Aitareya Upanishadacharibhyo Namah Tatsat Brahmarpanavastu. Thus we have concluded the Upanishad. 137 दिन हुए कल होएगा तो 138 दिन almost little dozen days less than 5 months. Yes, the winds, the days have just passed the road like that. Now one thing we want to share a minute today, tomorrow, a little more. Upanishads are literature again and again have to be studied. In that prayasa or effort only, we get mature to understand its deeper purports and implications regarding the goal as well as the means as well as preparation. फर्स्ट राउंड में नहीं आता समझ पूरा थोड़ा स्टार्ट होता है सेकंड थर्ड फोर्थ some 7-8 rounds we have to go through. That's why Shravana, Manana, 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 Nididhyasana, then we get it. One Upanishad only, many times we have to study. We are not doing that process, we are doing the other process of studying all the Upanishads. So, studying all Upanishads may not be giving us clarity of one Upanishad, but what is the clarity contained in all Upanishads in general, that the Atma Prapti alone is moksha, that thought we are catching by studying every Shastra, every Upanishad. Then each one will find in their own life, take one Upanishad, study 5 times and get the gist of it into the heart. So to the other Upanishad, ऐसा भी कोई कर सकते हैं करना है तो. So repeated study, contemplation required for deeper understanding. That's what we wanted to say. Thank you, Hari Om. Amma.